community said, "Oh, I'm a Republican. I don't want to go down the block. If I see any Democrat, I'm gonna shoot at them." I said, "Wow." I said,
Wow.
I said,
That is
"Wow."
crazy.
Oh, my real talk. I said, "Wow." I said, "Wow."
Whoa.
You know what I did?
I do remember though. Sorry.
I stopped fucking with them people when they said that because they brainwashed. They brainwash. You can't fuck with people that brainwash. That are gonna. I don't care if you're joking. You don't talk like that. You don't walk on the street and want to analyze somebody because they vote for somebody else. That is insane. That's insane.
Wow. I was just gonna say though, but I remember you and I had this conversation about like, there's people in India, Pakistan, like some of them, like, the ones that like me live overseas, the ones back home, they wanna extort them for their money or something like that. I remember we talked about that.
That's what's going on. Is you if you and it's everywhere. If you are like Rihanna or what's that dude in Cali again? Big Sam that's trying to create, and you step because she probably stepping on somebody's business, stepping on somebody because they don't promote her makeup over here, but her makeup is killing overseas. Like that's why she never mentioned nothing about people boycotting her because her makeup is making millions overseas, millions, okay, millions. So she don't like. I just think it's kind of crazy to get at somebody and scare them like that. And why? And if Beverly Hills is like it seems like everybody that live in Beverly Hills that Hollywood wants to get at, they make somebody break in their house or something like that. Why you guys don't? Why like it's a gated community, right? And obviously about how I'm pretty sure that that's not the only gate that leads up to her house. There should be a next gate that you gotta come in, and it's just like a condo. You tell me a condo. You tell me a condo is more safe. A condo you could.
Yeah, the thing is, we already know they got their hitman, they got their shooters, they got their whoop-whoops, you feel me? So it's not very hard to figure out where the fuck this shit came from, cause that motherfucker that did that shit, she ain't get that idea by her damn self. You feel me? Who provided the gun? Who provided
Yeah,
the bullets? Who gave her the address? Who
right.
told her where she was? You
Yeah,
feel me? Cause you gotta understand, this is not no random ass shooting. You feel
yeah,
me? This is Rihanna we're talking about.
yeah, exactly. And an AR-15,
This ain't no,
bro.
this ain't an AR-15 style rifle, nigga. Come
Right.
on, bro.
Boy, this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. This is somebody saying like, "Yo,
My cousin killed a nigga with an AR-15. She doing 25 right now. Nigga, like, come on, bro. Them guns is not to be played with. You feel
no,
me like that? Nigga, you could
you
take
can't
some
just
shit
be
up
a,
out of here.
you can't just be a regular girl and busting them gun. You gotta, at least
Yeah,
know how to."
man. Motherfuckers they don't even, bro. You can't just shoot that shit willy nilly. You gotta know how to fuck to shoot that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful ass gun.
Real
I done
talk.
shot that motherfucker before. That bitch got some kick.
That is like you have to have, I don't know. Maybe she put the gun on top of the car and then start busting it because like what Negro said, you have to have some strength and you got to be have a full
Yeah,
body.
but you
Full,
gotta have control with that bitch. Oh, that bitch got kicked, bro.
right.
So even if that motherfucker had a stance on that motherfucker and was on top of the car shooting with that bitch still gonna have kick. You feel me? It's gonna be the recoil from the gun, bro. It's gonna kick back, bro. It's gonna kick back, bro. Feel me?
So that's
So you
why.
gotta space yourself. You gotta space yourself enough. You gotta give yourself enough space in between you and the gun. So when it do kick back, it don't push your shit out of the socket.
Why
You
not
feel
put?
me?
Yeah, exactly. But why not put her face on the news though, Negro?
Cause they try,
Everybody
cause it's their hitman. It's their hitman. They don't want their hitman, motherfucker. They got hit men and women.
right.
Get that shit right. Just because motherfucker say hitman, that doesn't mean it's your man. It could be a female too. They got female hitters too. So,
That's insane,
so
bro. It's insane, crazy stuff that's going on here. You know, bro, this ain't no this ain't no regular shit. An AR-15 assault rifle and 10 shots. One almost got inside of the house by the top window. What? You know what I mean? So I'm saying though, how did they drive up there? How did
Right.
they?
And
How did
then who buzzed them in? And then if that's the case, if the security need to get fired, there
right?
need to be a whole investigation on what the fuck happened. You feel me? Because this is not no random occasion. You feel me? Like this is not no random occurrence. You
Right.
feel me?
The whole security team gotta go. I'm with you on that. Nigga, the whole security team gotta go. The whole security, because if they don't know what's going on, they involved. Y'all, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bro, we're talking about Beverly Hills. You need like 3, 4 old gates to get in someone's, you know what I mean, driveway. Okay? You gotta
Bro,
go
them the type of communities you gotta give your ID at the gate type
right
shit.
at the gate.
Bitch, and then you'll get it when you leave type shit. So what the you feel me? Come on, man.
That's
Especially if you're a guest. Come on, my G. I done been in them neighborhoods.
right. This is why people have, and you're right about that. This is why we all have questions like, what happened? This ain't no record. They shouldn't be able to get that far. There's no way somebody should be able to get up there to let off 10 shots. It's just like somebody purposely, and I noticed that happened with her too. Last time they broke in her house and they stole some shit, I noticed she got back on point after all that. Like, she started doing shit with them again. So I'm saying, is this a warning shot to say get back in line? You know what I mean? It's time for y'all to get back, because they were, they both of them, that's their home. So is that the media is saying, get back in line? Because you know what happened when they tried to put the allegation on A$AP Rocky? He won the case, right? He won the case. We found out that was all false. Won the case. So is they unhappy with, because these guys, both of them don't really, go to certain parties. They don't involve themselves with certain things. And I mean, like, damn, if I don't want to come and I don't want to be, involved in that, don't be mad at me because I don't want to show up. You know what I mean? I just don't want to, because we already know what's going on. We got to keep our family safe. It just seems like now, people are more like, of seeing a happy family, or it's insane that somebody will send somebody to go shot up that lady after the fact she's pregnant, right? And she has her child, her kids living at home with her. Who does? That's what I'm saying. They need to show who. They need to do a proper investigation. I don't want to hear nothing about no mental health, or this is just somebody upset with Rihanna because she don't make music no more or whatever. I don't want to hear it, because if that was the case of you guys saying someone upset with her because she don't make music no more, that's you guys getting mad at her because she don't want to do all that shit. You know what I mean? You guys always say it's a fan that's been upset. It's a fan that don't want to let go. That's what you guys always do. You know what I mean? It's insane, yo. This shit is crazy. Absolutely crazy, boy. I just hope they move and they kind of keep their shit private. They even have people outside with, and in Beverly Hills, don't they have people outside with security with guns and stuff like that? Negro? They don't have people with guns. Like, what type of? I'm moving in a community where, you know what I mean, where the security with staff with guns outside my house. What do you mean? What? Man, night shift, evening shift, this type of stuff. If I'm Rihanna, I said, all right, I'm calling up the ex-police officer, the ex-FBI, the ex-military, and I'm gonna have and then that's when I'm gonna have a security. Y'all are in clockwork. You do from 3 to from like 8 to 4. You from 4 to 12 at night. The next person come from 12 in the morning. You know what I mean? And yeah, so it's crazy, yo. This YouTube is crazy on here. I swear to God, crazy. It's insane. But I was just talking about something, and they showed me an ad a while ago with. It's insane. But man, yeah, I would have, if I was really an A$AP Rocky, like we double down. We double down on security over here. What? They shooting at our house with their kids inside of it. You know what I mean? We double down. You see what I'm saying? I'm with her. I'm like, you know what I mean? Every time I come outside to get my meal, I got myself, you know what I mean? A little blicky with me in my purse. Just in case a bitch wanna get, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Real talk. You gotta protect your family, yo. If someone's not trying to take out these people, they're always trying to put allegations on them or put them in a trap. It's just insane to see what's happening with the music industry. The music industry is down on the lowest. Yo. After this, I said the lowest of the lowest is the music industry. The lowest of the lowest is fucking Hollywood. All what's going on. The lowest of the lowest, yo. Like you can't just make money. Why would you want to be a pop star? And you might as well just be in trouble. Be in trouble, give trouble, do whatever. And you know what I mean? Because if you're just doing your thing, staying out of trouble, people gonna come at you anyway. I yet to hear why she's in the Epstein files. And even though I think they just put her name in there, I just think she knows something. And people think she's gonna open her mouth and a hit. I'm gonna go with the term warning shots. I said these are more warning shots. Oh, get back in line. We're not done yet. We still got more business to do. Or it's just, somebody shooting at the house and probably got the wrong house. Maybe somebody thought their husband was living there, or somebody was living in the same house that looked like Rihanna's house, that their ex-wife or that's going through some type of problem with the court and her kids. I went up there and started doing that, but I doubt it. I doubt all that. I doubt all that's going on. This just seems like straight. It's targeted shooting, and it was meant for Riri and A$AP Rocky. It's insane. They're trying to take out two. They're trying to take out two fucking important persons. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Now people are saying she should move back to her country. Yeah. Yeah, move back to her country, but move back to your country, right? It'd be more easy for them to pay somebody to analyze her because it's just niggas is hungry down there and they will take anything. So I don't think she would be safer in Barbados. I'll be easier to get her. I think she's safer in what do you call it there? In America. Rihanna is not trusting. It's not not like that. Okay. So how much is it? Okay. All right. So it's insane. It's insane, y'all. It's insane. I just hope they stop this madness and find what's going on. Oh, there's a mental health. She just forgot the wrong house. No, we're not gonna buy that. We're not buying that it's the wrong house. We're not buying that this person got mental health. There's too much of that. There's too much of that. Somebody just gets up and they got mental health. They got, with no history. The doctor have shown no history. And they just get up and just go to somebody's house and live it up with an AR-15 assault rifle. You know what I mean? What if she was upstairs in the window, standing, putting her baby putting her kids to bed? They'd probably got her. It's insane, y'all. Just like you can't even be safe. You're not a criminal. And one thing I noticed in North America, when you got money, you don't have, as I said, you could be in you don't have to be in anything to be a target. You could just be a person with money and you be a target. Anybody. And when you're in these groups, y'all, these type of codes that people want to go join and think they could leave, they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to see you with a smile on your face like this. You know what I mean? This is not what they want. You know what I mean? This is what happened. The first time they found out Rihanna and A$AP Rocky was going out. Right after she announced she was pregnant, they announced that the allegations. Then we find out all that was fake, all that was lie, right? He beat the case and everything. All of that. And then he did the movie with Denzel. He was in that Denzel movie? Yeah, he was in that Denzel movie, right? And it's a lot of stuff. And he did a pretty good job. I think I was playing down here in Canada, some of it. But he did a pretty good job. He did a pretty good job. I think it's kind of crazy when you were in the industry and you can't move on. You can't move on. Like, it's almost like they don't want you to move on. And that's not fair. Everybody should be like it's crazy. When's Beyonce gonna move? What happened? Why not Beyonce is sitting on? She don't know what she like. No, she's moving back and forth like back and forth. She don't know what's going on with Jay-Z right now. She don't know what's coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is why Riri took a break. As I said, when Jay-Z took over the music, I see what's wrong with the rap game now. Niggas don't like Jay-Z. People don't like Jay-Z. That's why this shit is dead. He got the shit so controlled. Jay-Z got shit so controlled that, this is why they gotta get rid of Dude. Killing it for everybody. Dude is just making everybody's life miserable. And I think if Rihanna didn't know what she knew, she wouldn't have get shot at. I think she knows something about Jay-Z. You know what I mean? And allegedly, if y'all know,
it might be somebody else, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. She might know something about somebody else.
Yep.
Yep.
I think so too, Rice. I think so too.
And it'll be easy for them to throw it on him right now because
Jay-Z,
of what he's doing.
Yeah. You know what, Rice? You're right about that. It'd be easier to throw it
I
on
just throwed it out there. You know me, and I throwed it out there. I ain't gonna front. I throwed it out there first just because that seems to be the order of the day when it comes to these guys in New York.
Right. Yeah, they like to turn on their friends. We don't know. This is the world.
They turn on their people constantly.
They turn on their friends. They do that. They do turn on their friends.
We don't know if, and I'm not talking about people from New York. I'm talking about they turn on their people that they helped along the way.
Yeah.
The same ones they put up that they take them down.
Yeah. Look what I did to John Master Jay was from New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Big L, all of them New York niggas. Yeah. Turn on them.
If they push you on the pedestal, they could take you off. That's how they feel. And sometimes you be too good for that. I think she's a little too good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, they mad at her, yeah. I don't know why they mad at the lady and doing her like that. Real talk. This is just a letdown. I can't lie. It's a whole letdown because and a setback. Because now it's like, she going, at one point she was like ducking away from the media, no pictures. Remember before the A$AP Rocky situation, Rihanna was gone. Rihanna wasn't trying to be in the public eye. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
She never ran to the public for that. I didn't even know she was messing with no A$AP Rocky. That's how clear she kept her stuff. I didn't know she was messing with A$AP Rocky till he got in trouble. And I'm gonna say one thing about A$AP Rocky: don't know much of your music, don't listen to it. You ain't got no smut on your name. I ain't never heard nobody had nothing bad to say about you. And you a G, because if I was dating Rihanna, everybody would have known.
Right. That's why my nigga's happy, yo. That's why he's happy. You hold their hand. He does everything. What's up? Yeah, she want to get you candy, Ginger. Yeah, she want to get you candy. That's why it's like Rafi, like, everywhere he goes, bro, he grabs her up. You see what I'm saying? Yo, grabs her up like it's the first time. That's when you know a nigga love that woman.
Right.
A lot of these niggas that be going out with girls just to like promote certain things and just to get more money or whatever. Like when he goes over here, yo, grab that, they be holding each other like, bro, that they just met at the high school dance or something. You know what I mean? They be. I know that. I'm the same when I do certain thing with my woman. Like, yeah, it's you. Yeah, you know, like, man, her family and her that's not fair for her and her family. Now it's like Rihanna trying to stare in the public eye. Now we're gonna have, you know, when this case starts, oh wow, we're gonna hear a lot of shit. They're gonna twist and talk a lot of stuff to this case. Don't be surprised if they say a woman was messing with A$AP Rocky. Don't be surprised. I know that's what they're trying to look for. Some woman right now is up there trying to twist that. Trying to twist that. Not a man, a woman. Some woman blogger is out there, right? It's trying to say, you know, maybe, you know, something. I'm telling you, it's not going to be the news. It's not going to be the police. It's going to be a black woman that tells you that, oh yeah, you know, that try to spin the narrative that it was this nigga's side girl or something like that. But I don't believe all that. Yeah, I mean, dude don't get down like that. That's not him. That's not how he goes. Like what Rice said, it gotta be somebody. You gotta be somebody close to Riri and all that know what's going on. So how did they get it?
Get up on her. How did they right, Jeff? How did they get up on her?
Huh?
How did they get up on her?
Yeah, how did they get her Addy? You know what I mean? Like, come on, this ain't a regular Joe. We're talking about Riri.
This is Rihanna. We're not talking about me.
Right. Right? We're talking about beach. You know what I mean?
This ain't Playroom Beeps, and we ain't talking about me. Where she come from? Who did that to her? How she come through like that?
Okay. Real talk, right? We ain't talking about no beach. We ain't talking about no, you know, other people.
Whatever you think, right?
It just feels like, I like what Rice said. You know what? I'm gonna go with Rice. I was feeling narrative that it was Jay-Z. Because that's just the easy one to put the name on. You know, the easy one to put the name on. You know, but man, Shorty here, crazy.
It is what it is, bro, Hamsky. You know that.
Staying right. Staying right. Man. Like damn, all the everybody really show them do nothing. You know what I mean? Show them promote violence, bro. It's insane. Like I said, you could be, you know, it doesn't matter who you with. The hate is so powerful these days. The hate is so powerful. As I said, the hate is so powerful. It's crazy.
Right.
The hate is so powerful nowadays. It's crazy, y'all. That's everywhere. You know. It's insane. Afruga Mama, what's good? Yeah, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday.
What's up, Tasharia?
Happy Monday, yo. Shout out to you on your workout. I see you,
No, I'm not against none of it. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to protect yourself, and a lot of protecting yourself in the most instances is being blameless.
Yeah.
That's the biggest protection you ever have is being blameless.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you ain't never did something and somebody just jump out of the blue and say you doing something, they gonna have to prove that.
Right.
You know, being blameless is a big thing. That's why I say I don't.
Insane, boy.
Everybody's coming up in these files with certain people, and there were certain. That's why I remember what did I always say, Chef? I only deal with certain artists. There's a reason for that. I went through the Epstein file. I'm not gonna not listen to your music because I like to DJ every now and again. I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is that I only buy certain albums from certain artists. Grand Hustle is one of them because they've never come up and nobody's ever even thought of mentioning their name and nothing stupid. Jaguar Wright specifically said that 50 Cent was messing with what that boy name? What's that young boy name? Soldier Boy.
Yeah. I heard about
Nobody ever come out and said that about nobody else.
I was rumor about that.
You get what I'm saying?
How true that is.
Don't know how true it is because Jaguar Wright just be talking a lot of the time.
Yeah,
but it don't again now because she said this stuff too. It don't seem so far fetched. Remember we was making fun of her?
Yeah.
She don't know nothing about Jay-Z. She just up there talking.
Yeah, we were saying all of that.
But is it true? Does he have to go to court?
Yeah, he gonna have to test. They said they might be testifying. I don't know, but he could be on that stand.
See what I'm saying?
The Epstein. You might
See
be
what I'm saying? That what there here we go.
I think that's why Beyonce never showed up at the football game, and I think that's why she's been ducking the public.
There's another one been ducking the public. Michelle Obama. He ain't showing up to a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah, why? Why? She wasn't at that dude funeral, was she?
Nope. Sure wasn't.
I thought she would have been at his funeral.
Nope, sure wasn't. Jesse Jackson?
Yeah, I thought she would have been at Jesse Jackson.
Sure wasn't. Not mad at Jesse like she was mad at Dawn. What's wrong with her? Or is she still a her? Did she not resort back to being the he? What do we know? Let's just see. Let's see how this all plays out. Because they're all politicians.
Right.
And I think Rihanna is the perfect one to expose them all because she's blameless. They can't fix nothing on her. They try to take her boyfriend. He don't beat.
Yeah.
Now what do you do? And they not coming out hot side like a lot of people that beat the government. They not having no public. They didn't have no public party.
Yeah. None of that.
They just said, okay, we won. They acted like winners. They said, okay, we won. That's normal. Let's roll.
All right, let's go. All right, bro. We never did it. Like, they never did anything extra. You're right. Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? She ain't never come out and have no party.
Man,
yeah.
If Diddy had won that case, Chef, you and me both know if Diddy had won that case.
Yeah.
Come on, fam.
Yeah. That's like when Cardi B won her case. She went home and drank on a pregnant belly wine.
Yeah, got on the live and showed everybody.
Oh my God. You're pregnant, but she pop a bottle of drink and everyone's there high-fiving. I said, you guys are fucking. You think she could have ever done that in her country, in the Mexican country? Somebody would have got up there and smacked her in her face and tell her, why you drinking on a pregnant belly? But that's all. This is all North America. You can't say nothing. You say nothing, then you have a problem. You're trying to control women. You're trying to tell them what to do. All that type of stuff. All that type of stuff. I'm just saying it's kind of like weird sometimes, y'all. Weird. Too weird. Yeah. They do that. They do that, y'all. You know, they celebrate like that. I like what they never took the win and said, oh, and made fun of nobody, called nobody name out, you know, made nobody feel important. They just took their winnings and went home.
Right.
They kept their celebration off camera. They think with their kids, went back and started having more babies. I mean, that's your legacy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Two good things I see what happened right now. You know, because their kids gonna be Ella, like, you know what I mean? They're gonna be a part of the pop life, rap life. Just like Martin and Eddie Murphy kids getting married, having kids. You can't say that about the Will Smith family. They ain't gonna. They crashed their career. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Well, do you know funny? Do you know talented Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy they're gonna be, bro? Oh my!
All of them crashed their career. Look at Dwayne Wade and his wife.
Yeah,
and his girl.
Yo, you notice she hiding. You notice ever since people said she should.
Imagine that.
You haven't seen her in public. You haven't seen her in public because people been saying.
She probably down with the Epstein thing and was probably a recruiter because didn't she treat that boy like somebody she would recruit?
Yeah, she said, you gotta go look it up. What did Gabrielle Union said? You gotta get them from their young, 5, 6. She said that. And everybody was like, nah, that's like PDF shit. Are you gonna start transforming kids from that? And then she ain't never come back and she stayed in the public eye because she want nobody to ask that question. She been hiding. Because that's not her kid. She can't remember. She had like 14 miscarriages. I never heard a woman that have 14 miscarriages. That's insane. That's insane for a woman to get up there. I think it's either 10 or 14. I could be wrong. But I'm looking at her like, damn. You know what I mean? And you went on there that she should be in jail. You know, Gabrielle Union should be facing PDF charges. As I said, before Donald Trump go to jail, they're going to lock them up too. I'm telling you. Before anybody get charged, they're going to lock up Gabrielle Union because she deserved to get charged. Everybody got mad at Boosie when Boosie said, that's too young. Let them do that when they're 18. Everybody got mad at Boosie, tried to cancel Boosie. But if Boosie would have took a 9-year-old and brought it to a strip club and tell a woman to dance on. You know what I mean? But we allow a woman that's not someone's mom to wait till their dad is at the NBA finals winning a championship. Instead of taking the kid out to make them want to be like their daddy, we take them to a thing and get them transferred. Like a kid my 5-year-old will say something to me today and she'll say something tomorrow. That's confusing. You can't make up your mind and say you want to do that at 5. Get Tender candy, chocolate. I get my daughter some candy, or she's gonna kill me. But yeah, people, you know, there's a lot of things going on I don't like. I think this is the family. Get that little candy. This is we don't need. Let me say this, people. We don't need a Megan Thee Stallion. We don't need any single woman telling us how to, what a woman value is. As I said, Rihanna went out with, people that wasn't even on her level, and then she went out with people that was like billionaires. She went out with that billionaire dude from thing, and they broke up because he was too like controlling and abusive, and she wasn't taking that. So she she kind of ended that relationship. I think that was somewhere in Dubai or something. I said Rihanna, as I said, Rihanna is a classy woman. You know, when I say classy, no BBL. Those are not BBL boobies that she had. Those are just like her from her having a baby, because you know, woman, right? And I don't know why y'all don't just have kids and just breastfeed if y'all want, you know, because if you don't breastfeed, your shit's gonna go long down. You know what I mean? But if you breastfeed, your shit gonna be back to normal. You know what I mean? So I don't know why y'all trying to like, you know, do all this stuff. You could tell. Look at Rihanna right there. You could tell. You can't see her, but you could tell by the way her skin is. Those are real, and like she had baby already. Those boobies, you could tell, and you could tell she breastfed. You could tell like if those are BBL, they would be sticking out. You wouldn't see no like crease right there, like when you know what I mean. You would just see like nipples right there poking out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what BBL does. I'm saying Rihanna is one of those influential, and I think people are finding out like she's doing a lot of influential stuff. She's making a lot of moves, and she's a threat. She's still a threat. I know Rihanna was gonna be a threat. I know Rihanna was a threat. Beyonce was scared of it. When Beyonce was saying, "Ring your alarm," I would never let a chick have my man in their arm or whatever, because there was rumors going up that Jay-Z allegedly forced himself and Rihanna. Because remember, that's Jay-Z artists. Y'all know. You know what I mean? And that was Rihanna's competition. This is why that was Beyonce competition. So no, this is why Jay-Z had to stop working with her, because every time Beyonce would drop an album, even though Jay-Z will, you know, drag the date with Rihanna's album, when Rihanna dropped the album, it will still kill her solo. Kill her sales. And that's why. And there's rumors that Jay-Z told Rihanna, right? No matter who she with, or no matter who he's with, he belongs to her. Once again, let me say this. There was rumors of Jay-Z telling Rihanna, right? Doesn't matter who he's with and who she's with, he belongs to her. Yeah. This was said. A lot of people don't know. This was said. This was said. This is why, if y'all go listen to Ring the Alarm, Beyonce was talking to Rihanna, but she didn't want to say it. But she had a feeling that Jay-Z was always Riri, always want to be in the studio with Riri late night without Beyonce being around. And we know, the whole industry know, that Jay-Z brought in Beyonce and he brought her from the island, right? And he was having a secret relationship with her. That's why, you know, she couldn't go with nobody for the longest time. That's why she hired her boyfriend, you know, her boyfriend that she had overseas. You know, I think, you know, because of the whole Jay-Z situation. Real talk. So, like, with the industry doing so many stuff, all they gotta say is Jay-Z hired somebody who did this to her. Then Jay-Z gets once Jay-Z gets into that charge, he gets charged. He's gonna be hard for him to get out of it. It's gonna be hard. They're not gonna take his money. They didn't take Diddy's money. Y'all, listen, everybody knows hip hop. Y'all know R&B. This is why I do reaction like this. I know the culture. You know, I love music, so I listen to R&B, pop music. You know, Michael Jackson, Rihanna, Britney Spears. You know what I mean? That's what I was listening to Britney when I was listening to Taylor Swift. You always hear me bring up. To me, Britney was like a version of Mariah Carey. You see what Mariah Carey was like, a version of like a a lot of people, like a lot of she's like, majority of her friends is black, and she was hanging out with Juicy J and 3 6 Mafia. They didn't like that, because they didn't want her to be that face figure. They didn't like that she was Diddy, 50 Cent, Juicy J, the 3 6 Mafia, because all them people. She was just all over the place. They didn't like that. So They don't like, they don't like when you do whatever you want. Homegirl, you know, Britney Spears is back in the, and you know, she's back in the headline for DUI again. So, I mean, as I said, her, you know, Rihanna, Whitney Houston, you know, Beyonce, but I wouldn't put Beyonce on Rihanna's level. As I said, when you know, a lot of people might be mad when I say it was Beyonce fan. You know, but Beyonce gave up on her fans. Beyonce sold y'all out. Beyonce told y'all stop buying her stuff and wouldn't start promoting Levi's after y'all spend so much money on her makeup line. You know what cheap Levi's is? You know what cheap Levi's is? Beyonce made y'all spend all of her money. That's like Rihanna stopping promoting her makeup line and her lip stop band and just start promoting you know.
Oh no. Hey Jeff, I'm in the comments. I'll be back. I'll be back if I can.
Go ahead, right? Yeah.
Look,
you know,
one love, bro.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying, y'all? Like, it don't make no sense. So when she did that, as started doing all that, that was like, that's it for Beyonce. You know, but yeah. When Rihanna was dropping when Beyonce was dropping her album, and Beyonce would allow Jay-Z to delay Rihanna's album. And, you know, because, you know, and it was crazy because right after that, even though Beyonce dropped album release like a month later or 2 weeks later, the sales was still killing hers. Nobody talked about that. Yeah, I mean, that's why she's a billionaire. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's Jay-Z. I'm not gonna put that jacket, but like what Ray said, it's easy to do something to her and put it on Jay-Z. Jay-Z, I don't think Jigga would try to put a hit on her at this time right now. It's too much. And why would you want to put a hit on Riri? Riri, you love me. Like, why would you want to put a hit on Riri? You know what I mean? Are we going to blame Drake? You know what I mean? Like, crazy. Are we going to blame Drake? But I don't think Jay-Z would put a hit on as I said, it's warning shots, not assassination, or not what people are trying to think it look like. You know, I don't think Jay-Z was trying to do something like this, knowing that possibly he could get called up to be, you know, testify on the Epstein thing, right? On the, you know, and be up there like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton was. I don't think he would even try that. And why not? Why go after Riri now? Why not? It don't make no sense. It made no sense here, but it does seem like there's some envious people out there. And I hate when they use mental health from people that got problems. Because, you know, you can't just figure out somebody's address. You can't just, I don't know, you can't just do certain things like that. You gotta directly know. Someone's gotta give you that. You know. And man, it's looking insane right now, if you ask me. Not everybody's a target. No one's safe. Even if you're just minding your own business, you're not safe. You know, I think if you're minding your own business, you're not safe. Doing your own thing. There's no way you should be a woman or a man that has your own thing going on. You want to do your own thing. I mean, it happened too much. We saw what happened with Diddy when he tried to do his own thing, even though they know he was doing all that. They held it against him and then brought it up. that they knew all that was going on. Not the first time everybody knew what was going on with Diddy. Let's be honest. Like, stop. But this Rihanna situation has got a lot of people like, whoa. 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 Why her? And why not? Why her and why not? Welcome back, fam. Welcome back, fam. You was here. Welcome back. I see. Just join. They call each other husband and wife maybe because she doesn't. Or they're not. She doesn't want. They're not married. They're not. Oh, they're not married. They're not married. Yikes. So hold on. Wow. Oh. Wow. Damn. And they and that's crazy because they doing, you think they would have been married because they out here doing more stuff than the married couples. You know what I mean? More like together. Okay. I get it. Yeah, but they call each other husband and wife. That is insane. Didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought, but they act like a married couple. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. And that's what you got to do though. Like for you to have a a relationship when you started off, maybe a year or whatever, but at some point you got to treat that woman like value, like a wife or like a wifey material. I don't know. Like that's what I said. I like that. They should be that if they're gonna do all that, they should be married. Yeah, man. Maybe maybe they just the industry or whoever them people is don't want her to be married. As I said, when you with this type of stuff, we all know. As I said, Mary J. Blige had to got divorced. Who else got divorced? And as soon as this, they had to move up. She moved up. After that, she started getting all the roles. You know what I mean? Nothing came out about her, and I know there's something about Mary J. Blige in the back somewhere. I'm just saying, she was a bad boy at one point. You know what I mean? But when you do stuff like that, you separate, and you just you only commit yourself. You know what I mean? I noticed the single ones, but the ones that are when the single ones stop doing certain things, yeah, and they do get caught up in certain things. But I'm just saying, like, it just seems like if you're gonna be in a Coles group or if you want to be in this type of group behind the scene and want to make all this billions of dollars or be a billionaire, you gotta be by yourself. You can't be splitting with the money with nobody. And maybe that's why she don't want to marry, Rocky. Hey, stop, Rocky. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I'm just saying, but it's insane. I thought it was insane. Lie, yo. Damn. But like I said, they act like better than all the people that act better than Will Smith and Jada, all the people that are married. They're keeping the ring on their finger just to keep the bag. I'm mad at her though. Maybe after they 7 or 6 kids, they get married. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. You know what I mean? But man.
Remember, boy, you get it out. Bitch better have my money.
I know, right?
Fucking with Barbados.
Bro, they,
Tell me what you want. Don't act like you don't know me.
y'all understand. Vivi, yo, she is like,
Like, blah, blah.
you know, she like, as I said, she certain things,
Better than Beyonce.
she shows you that, yeah, you could be
Trash.
loyal at the same time. You could be loyal.
You know when they're mad because she goes grocery shopping by herself.
Yeah.
Mad as fuck.
She show you that you could be loyal at the same time, but you ain't got to be giddy and be everything that your man said. You could be like a top shotter girl, that, you know what I mean? That put your man in place, you know, and, you know, and as I said,
Maybe
they need a, they, you know, some man need that type of woman, because some of we do dumb shit. I'm not some of us do dumb shit.
You know what's crazy? They what's his name? ASAP Rock, whatever his name is, I don't care. He pays all like everything. She don't have to pay a dime.
And that's big.
They were talking shit about money wise and shit with between them because yeah, she's obviously has more money, in my opinion, but he pays for everything.
And that's what I like about
So
ASAP Rock.
he's a come on, baby.
That's what I like about ASAP Rock.
You wanna go draw?
Is,
Chop or something?
yeah, even though his girl got the money, you know, and you're supposed to. Now, some women might be like, nah, I got the money, you know, because they're rich, let me pay for it. Or, you know, you should let her pay because she got more money. You know, that's how over here North America work, but like, it don't matter if the woman got more money and you like, you know, you expect to be the man because, you know, if that's your future queen, you know, baby mother, or wife, whatever, then, you know, you should be paying. I haven't seen nothing wrong with that. You know, it's only over here I get it. I don't know what's up with this new term of like, because, you know, it don't matter why you watching, you know, that means you shouldn't be with the show if you're gonna pocket watch. If she's not pocket watching you and you pocket watching her, and if somebody, you should tell that person like, yo, listen, man, stop pocket watching my girl and stop worrying about if she should be paying for her own thing. I got it. Yeah, it's either you put it on Twitter or you put it on Instagram or you like whatever you know, whatever they do. You know what I mean? I wasn't that, and they said all that about her. I got listen. Yeah, she got more money, she a billionaire, but guess what? You know what I mean? Be happy and I'm paying for the, you know what I mean? I'm paying for her stuff. I don't see why people get mad. I'm trying to lead the way as like, oh, you know, you don't want her to be a woman. You don't want her to know. That's the point. What am I here for? You tell me when to pay. You tell me when to pay. You tell me when to pay. So for real, you know what I mean? No, you're not gonna tell me when to pay. I'm paying. You know, so that's why I said I respect that about her. You know, she's not with the agenda where, oh, you know, because I'm the rich girl, let me pay more. You know, I should be doing this. Like Travis Scott and the next girl. What's her name again?
Where you at?
What's her name, babe? Travis Scott. The one girl I was walking that 21 Savage was with Kylie Jenner or whatever her name is. That 21 Savage was running from. So no, that is a weird relationship because she pays for everything. You know what I mean? That's the difference between a black female, yo. They ain't gonna use the money to control you as hell. You know what I mean? Where like I'm not, as I said, not taking no shots. You know what I mean? At anything. I'm just saying, you know, the light skin, you know, some light skin, but the black women, they do the shit different. They got more money than you. They still allow you to pay. I know this is type of, you know, some type of rich, you know, Caucasian women is like they use the money to control it, you know, their husband. You know, it's insane. You know, and that's why that shit always end up like that because you know, mine might be like, all right, you know, my wife is doing that, my wife is, you know, is doing that, but when she turns her back, people will complain. You know, she won't even let me do this. I gotta have her pay for everything. Then I gotta, you know, listen to her family act, all of that. So a man wants to be, you be able to, do his thing. But I respect that about them too. That. And then I heard they what do you call it? They not married. Maybe they trying to analyze them before they get married. That's insane. That's insane, yo. That's insane. That is insane, yo. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's going on. But what do y'all think? Y'all think it was a hit? A hit gone wrong, like what somebody said earlier, or just warning shots? Or just warning shots, to say, yeah, we gonna need you to get back out there and, do something because we don't got that much influencers like that could do what you're doing right now. Nobody really ain't nobody taking Cardi B serious. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody taking, even though Megan did her thing and tried to be the woman and do the Klay Thompson be the change up and said this is what women are supposed to be. They're laughing at her. They're like, yeah, right. We're supposed to believe that you're doing that. As I said, I don't have no problem with what Megan's doing, but I think it's kind of too late, especially with her Tory Lane allegation. It does a lot because if this is Jay-Z on Rihanna, or but it just seems like Rock Nation always has some crazy stuff going on. I don't know how they do it. I don't know why Jay-Z would be trying to, do certain things, and at this time when he's about to be on the stand for the Epstein holes allegation, Rihanna is just, I don't know. People are saying move back, but if you move back into Barbados, and it's be the easiest thing to get you. They saw money hungry down there. As soon as she moved back, and she buys a property, all they gotta do is pay somebody like a police or somebody to take her out. That's it. Nobody, there won't be nobody.
He's laughing. I said something. He's like, he's so stupid. That's not stupid. He's my child. He's a fool.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Man,
You better have my money.
Rihanna. I never thought that Rihanna would be a target of violence like this. Now, the narrative that once again, as I said, people like, these drunk ass people that can't control their alcohol.
Funny, she used to drink a lot.
Like Tasha K will sit there and say, oh, maybe it's an ex-girl. Maybe it's a side girl. Because, she just says anything. That's why every time you turn it on, she's getting sued for a whole bunch of money. Trying to beg GoFundMe. Listen, if anybody getting sued for their dumb shit, you know what I mean? Don't be GoFundMe them. You know what I mean? They're going to say, oh, well, I was drunk. That's why I do that. So help me out. Don't do all that. That's cheap. Do not do all that. That's just dumb. Honestly. But it just shows you, how powerful certain relationship is. Y'all know this is one of the most, this is a, what do you call it? A power couple, and they're not even married yet. You know what I mean? They're not even married yet. So, we think it's going to happen, how much money. Then go make together. Because remember, a lot of people got put together. Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion got put together. Beyonce and Jay-Z, did they get put together? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. But a lot of relationships got put together. And you could tell by the camera. You could just tell. I don't care if the person's smiling and all that stuff. You could tell. That is a put together relationship. Because of Stephon Diggs, Cardi B was not a put together relationship. The Offset and Cardi B was not a put together relationship. That's the only way she's gonna keep a relationship. They have to pick somebody for her. They're gonna try to pick somebody for her and say, Cardi B, you know what? You'll be better with this person. You be like that. It's just like if you're a man. You find you get cheated on, you just move on. You don't say, females, you're gonna find someone that's good for you. You're a lady, same shit, you're gonna find someone good for you. But they don't like this power couple here. They don't like Riri. They don't like ASAP Rocky. What up, family?
At this point, we need to look at the investors and see who invested in her. See
Yeah.
who got ties with certain people. Because
Yeah, like what you said earlier, right? They make the makeup line try to like not support her, or you say drop her?
yeah, they dropped to it like some stores dropped the line. You
Right,
feel me?
right.
So I'm not sure if this is a debt collection or you feel me?
Right.
Cause she must owe somebody, bro. In order for them to send somebody at you to shoot at you, you feel me?
Yeah, but remember what I was saying? She was dating, I don't know, but I don't know.
Remember, she had.
I mean, I understand the whole power couple shit and all that extra shit, but look, we already know all these goddamn celebrity relationships is set up. They're arranged. They don't choose to date each other. You feel me?
Yeah.
They get told to date each other. You feel me?
And you know what you probably heard what I said. They never got chosen to each other. They chose each other. They wasn't putting together. This couple right here was not putting together. You know what I mean? ASAP Rocky and
Yeah, they came together. You feel me? They came together, so they went against the grain.
right.
You feel me? But I think they ain't getting married so they could protect both monies. You feel me? Both parties' monies. Cause you know if they get married, then that's they're one entity. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what she was saying in the comments. You know, yeah,
Like so, like say if they split,
yeah,
or they break up, ASAP could take his money and she could take her money and they could go off into the sunset.
right. Real though.
It's less of a headache. You feel me? Because once they get married, then they got to get a divorce, and that costs money to pay for a divorce.
Yeah, but the people, that's why I said the people are after them because they want money out of them, And maybe they could have.
I mean, we know everybody that's in California, that's living in California, that's not a resident of California, is getting extorted because of Big U. Everything just came out. Big U was extorting the whole goddamn industry, so I'm pretty sure he probably got his hands in this too. But I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna be quiet because motherfucker won't be like, you crazy. What the fuck Big U got to do with this? Anything is possible, my G, because you know they like. I don't understand like the West Coast, bro, because like we'll extort our own people, but they ain't extorting no crackers. They ain't extorting no crackers when no cracker come in town. You ain't gotta check in. The fuck, you feel me?
Right.
They ain't making them crackers check in. Them crackers ain't gotta worry about what the fuck they wear anywhere. You feel me? Come on, man. Keep it 100.
That's insane, right? You're right about that. That's crazy. But yeah, man. Really, it seems like they trying to, they're trying to destroy them here before they get to the next level. They're trying to destroy them before they get to the next level because, they make a lot of money off Beyonce and Jay-Z being a couple. You know that, right, Negro? They make a lot of money. Trust me, a lot of these couples, they make a lot of money off that. Believe it or not. Especially like the government. Yeah, they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. Crazy. Man, I can't believe it. They're trying to take out the umbrella girl. They're crazy. Now, why would y'all wanna? Why would you want to do something to her? Like, maybe she just killing somebody else's business, yo. And maybe maybe she have I don't know. There got to be something about her that we don't know that's going on behind the scenes. They'll let it out. They always do. I always put people's stuff out there like that. I don't want to hear nobody with no mental health though. I'm sick of random people doing certain things. And people are saying mental health, all this type of stuff. I just don't. I can't. Too much of that. They need to cut that out. They need to cut it out. They need to cut it out. Crazy. I don't want them here and doing nothing or saying nothing about no mental health or nothing. Because, yeah, that is just getting played out. I mean, because, I don't think people with mental health issues is thinking to go to a singer's house or anything. I think that person got to be talked into it or in some type of way, that's it. I don't know. You just can't just get up one day and say, you know what? I know where Riri live, and I know where Rihanna is at, and A$AP Rocky, I know where they live at, I know where their mansion is at. I'm just gonna go there and do some crazy stuff. No, it don't happen.
Why didn't they get her while she was grocery shopping by herself?
Right. Exactly. Why didn't they get her while she was grocery shopping by
I'm
herself?
not saying they should have.
Not saying they should have. Well,
That's some fucked up shit with their kids and.
Yeah, her kids living there.
The people don't give a shit about kids these days.
Yeah, people don't care
Trust
about,
me, they don't give a shit about
people
kids.
don't care about people's kids. People don't care who's in the house because people are so evil. Man, the time that we're living in right now, can you imagine if one of their kids was standing playing by the window? You know what I mean? That's insane.
Well, maybe it was just her home, but they said she was home. So,
AR-15.
She's with her kids if she's home, unless she was out of a different
AR-15.
home.
So they got in knew she was there. Somebody must have knew she was there. They knew. Like I said, Warren, I don't think of.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Warren
You might have to, honestly, just get away from there.
insane.
There's a lot of haters out there. You can be rich, poor, people still hate. That's just life these days. It's the year of the horse. The year of the horse. You know what that means? I will come break it down, but TMD don't like that shit. So
Yeah, I'm
gonna leave that shit.
none of that.
Spirit world. If you know, you know.
It's insane, man. It's insane. You gotta stay away from a lot of stuff.
Shit is gonna happen this year, y'all. Actually, I'm not gonna say y'all.
A lot of stuff is
A
going
lot
on.
of stuff is gonna happen this year, and I tell you, it's not gonna be a good year. Not like that, but a lot of exposing, a lot of just spiritualized shit. That's what I mean. Some people don't know what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know.
Y'all gotta understand, like Rihanna was once a Rock Nation artist. Jay-Z's the one that brought him to the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay-Z brought him to.
Don't waste my damn soul.
Jay-Z brought
Don't
him.
be wasting my soul. Go back on my This year's gonna be a lot of celebrities being targeted. There's gonna be a lot of death. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of death. There's gonna be a lot of targeting, like celebrities, especially. That back and forth drama shit they see on YouTube and shit. That's been happening. That's baby shit. This whole celebrity shit is bad. Like, who's next? Is it gonna go male rapper or artist or famous whatever,
Yeah.
and then female
Yeah,
artist
female.
or whatever famous person, what you want to call these people? They're just like us, but they just are famous. Have you
So
noticed?
it's either gonna be a female, like what you said, female then a male. Female.
Because
then a
look,
male. And then
look.
all-
It went what 50 Cent and that whole drama stuff, and then it went to Rihanna being
No, but we're talking about like.
no in general. Like who's next? A guy, a male, or a female?
Mm.
Like who's next? I'm not talking about. I'm talking about in general. Like she's dealing with that. She's a famous person. Then you're gonna see a next famous male come out. It's either gonna be a death. It's gonna be a something
Allegations.
allegation. I think the allegations are like gone now because it's people are believing certain things, but it's not gonna be allegations this year. It's gonna be more like little drama like that stuff to distract everybody because they don't see Wagwan, the war, all that shit going on. People don't see it like that because they have distractions like 50 Cent. Now they have Riri. Who's next? I should guess it. You think Jay-Z maybe? But he's already been in the news for allegations. So maybe not him. Maybe it might be Beyonce. Like go boy, girl, boy, girl. I want to know who's next.
But it's insane right
Shit,
now.
it's all distraction now.
I would have never thought. I would never thought that Riri would have got her spot hit up like that. That's insane.
But you know, she also got she had a stalker in her home. They didn't investigate that and back in
I think
20,
it's crazy too.
20
that
what 16 was it or 20 something like that?
and I think
The
it's
man was
crazy.
in her home. Are you crazy? Where's your security? Right now, your security set your ass up. Where's your security when the man was in your home? Going through all your stuff, a little stalker. Where's your security? Like that's the thing. I like her because she's not all about this and that. She actually goes and shops. Some celebrities will have things come to their door.
Yeah,
She does like the family stuff.
Yeah, she does her family
She
stuff.
acts where she knows where she comes from.
Right.
I like people like that. See, I know where I come from. I act like I'm special, not because I know where I came from. I didn't come from no silver spoon.
Real talk.
So I like people like that.
It's real
They
talk,
know where
man.
they come from.
This is why they're trying
Struggle
to.
or not,
This is why
they
they.
still remain who they are. You might have the money and whatever. That's what I like people like that. They don't change for nothing. That's why she does those crazy videos with her, like doing like you wouldn't expect a famous person, a famous person doing it, but she stays who she is.
Yeah, she doesn't.
But if me hear one blood clot thinking about her in the Epstein files, done. Looking at everybody weird. She's in no Epstein files or nothing weird like that.
Yeah, but she's in the fall. They said she's in the fall.
For what?
I don't know. I don't know what she's.
Oh, what? Well, I give her credit for family shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they've been saying she's a drunk too, but
Yeah.
shit, everybody drinks these days. But she's had how many kids? So clearly she's not drinking like that. Maybe before, I don't know. That's just, you see, I see things on here like people see, so I don't go off it with that because you don't know if it's true or not. So.
Yeah. It's true though.
The one, I'm not gonna lie, the one girl, I'm not even bashing her because Riri's over Beyonce any day. But they had a video shoot. Her Vandy, whatever. I don't really follow that stuff. I like her music. That's it. She has like her beauty photo shot. She came drunk as hell. They had to use like AI apparently, but that's what they say. I don't go off of this person said this because you don't know if it's true or not, right? So they said it was so bad they had to like AI sound it. She was so drunk. But shit. I'm not judging people who drink and not. That'd be no better if I judge her about drinking.
Everybody gets drunk.
People drink shit.
Everybody.
People smoke. Even cigarette. Like I look at cigarettes like a thing too.
Everybody gets
Drunks.
drunk and all that type of stuff.
Maybe she's excited for it, you know?
Yeah.
Shit, they're her Photoshop shoots to her company, like, you know, that's big. I like that. But I don't care about the drinking because everybody drinks. Not everybody, but yeah, it's my point. If you don't drink, you smoke, you're still the same, right?
Yeah.
That's what I look at it. I don't really judge her on that. I don't care. She's in the Epstein files on some nasty ass shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, man. All these famous people, I'm not even gonna support no music. I'm not gonna support nobody. I don't care. The move, like, it's already out there. You already know everybody that's in the what do you call that category? Hollywood weird, whatever. Famous people in general, they probably all done some shit to get to where they're at. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not judging. I don't care. But you don't need to go through that for myself.
Yeah, it's insane though.
You little girl.
You gotta.
I'm trying to waste myself.
I like, you know, that's what I said. I like here. That's how I like when my girl, you know, be, because a female point of view is good. Like, you know, women like hearing that where they said she know where she's coming from. You know, she culture wise, she about family. A lot of people want to have kids and don't want to be a mom, don't want to be family no more. You know what I mean? You know, so it's like, yeah, I mean, I give that to her.
No, my point of me saying she knows where she come from is like, for example, like if she came from the ghetto or even like broke down, whatever you want to call it these days. I don't know what you guys call it these days. If she came from like, you know, the hood or whatever, and she wants to act a little hood or ghetto, she's allowed to. That's where she comes from. You
Yeah.
can't take that out of people. People that change and be all stush and like they can't be. They're just the shit kind of shit. Like that's stupid. That's what I'm talking. I don't like that shit. You can't please everybody. That's what I look at it. If she didn't come out. She does her thing. She can be loud. She can be where she come from anytime. She don't have that like pretending shit. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she's opposite. She came from the rich and then just became. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I tell you, I will act ghetto or whatever you want to call it. I did not grow up with no silver or gold spoon in my mouth. That's why where I'm at now, I'm happy. Shit, not where I was before, but I still don't. I'm not stush. I'm still my same person.
Yeah, she does that to females. I noticed. As I said, she didn't jump and get no BBL booty.
Crazy?
I don't know if she had the
No, wait,
BBL
say
booty.
this.
She could have had the BBL booty. I could be wrong, but I don't think Riri had that.
I wouldn't even care about
I don't think
Who
she
cares?
had that, but I'm just saying I don't think she promotes that, you know, fake lips, all that other stuff and whatever. You know what I mean?
Do you know there's a girl that looks just like her? And like is a big fan of her, but the only difference is the girl speaks full out like but she speaks Spanish or something.
Yeah.
And her name's like Priscilla or something. I can't lie. I was going through the Instagram thing and she popped up and I thought it was Rihanna promoting her beauty thing. And it was this girl put makeup on looking just like her.
Mm.
From a different, like she's Brazilian or something. And she looked just like, they say everybody has a twin blood.
Yeah, she right here. She does, as I said. That's what I like about her too. She don't get where she comes from. She act like, oh, you know what I mean? She just still herself. You know, she still fucks with the culture. She, you know, shit. I don't know, but I don't know if she was into that type of society. But some people are saying, yeah, she plugged in with, you know, with Rock Nation. And I know for a fact at one point she was definitely with you know, Jay-Z to bring her in. So, but I wouldn't put that on Jay-Z though. Can't put everything on everybody. You put everything on everybody, especially somebody, like Jay-Z, and that's what they want. That's what they be doing instead of they doing their job. They're just waiting for somebody to say, "Oh, that's the," that everybody saying one person name and they all go jump on that person right there. Crazy, yo. But it's true though. What my girl said, it's either like male, female, male, female, male, female, or I don't think nobody's seen really having. I mean, if it would have been like she did smack somebody or did something to somebody, then yeah. But I don't think nobody's seen like as her getting shot at. You know what I mean? And it's true, they don't like her being. She always, I said, this is what they don't like. They don't want to see her doing all this. They want her to have the baby and be by herself and say, "Oh, I gotta do it by myself."
They want to control.
Da, 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 da.
You know, understand these people are controlled by these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to control and they can't. She's too wild for them. Like wild thoughts. I'm joking. I'm just playing with y'all, but like for real, I don't know.
Yeah, that's ignorant. You know.
That's like, what's next? Someone's house, like,
Yeah.
you know, shot at, blowing up.
Right.
What else? Gas leak, something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all a distraction, by the way.
No,
Yeah.
it's just, not only that, it's just like, really?
Right after the whole 50 Cent shit dies down, like this shit. What did I tell you about my teacher? What are you doing with this?
No, I don't think 50 gonna be that. Oh,
It might continue, but it might.
50 should still continue.
Just
Man.
wait. You don't have patience.
It's just like, damn.
You don't have patience.
Nobody expected really to get contact like that. It's just, yeah.
Why are you doing that to me? I don't understand you. You're
Right.
in trouble? Huh? Just don't give it all the time. Okay?
So I don't know, man. I think this is getting out of hand now. Where some people are saying she should move back.
Like, get this celebrity so we can cause more war. Just talk to everybody.
She should move back. Move back to what? For what?
What?
Why she should move back to her country?
Who said that?
People are saying maybe she should
Why?
move back to Barbados or something like that because she's not
That's how
safe.
you know that's some racist shit.
I know that ain't.
Maybe where she lives.
Black people.
No,
say-
listen. Huh?
Black people. One girl, remember the one girl that you was watching?
Oh no, that's just saying it's a hit, and you gotta be careful. Now
No, but
her parents are
no,
probably
the one girl was saying, "Oh, maybe she should move back." I'm like, "Oh, you gonna sit there and say something like that?" You know what I mean? Like, why people mad at people for what they have, yo? Crazy. That's why that's why I stopped doing. That's why I stopped doing certain things and stopped showing certain things because I see, people don't trust me. Man, certain things you can't show everything. You can't show everything. Because people act like they got it and they will get in their feelings. And even the people have not got it, will get in their feelings. You know?
You can have it all, but you still drunk.
I understand why some of these people are such a hater.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's society these days.
Like, how y'all gonna be around somebody living their life? And that's what, you know, some of these reporters be watching people because as soon as they started, we didn't know we didn't know they had something going on. Like, bro, how y'all want to be in somebody's business? How y'all want to know? Y'all want to know when they take a shit and all that shit too? It's insane, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy though. It's older people doing this. 30 and up. If they recognize 25 and under, they get wherever, right? So it's like, it's sad how old, like it's from, I'm going to say range 30 to like 67, like 60. That's how bad it is when people hate it. That person could have been someone younger. Like, you know, younger people, they get mad or they mad. Maybe, you know, there's a scenario, oh, stalker this, try to shoot such and such because, you know, whatever, like shit like that. But this is just like,
People are crazy.
you gotta be careful this year, you guys. It's a fucking horse year.
People are insane.
The head of the horse.
People are insane, y'all.
Stop playing.
Insane.
If you spiritually, you get what I mean.
Insane.
Yeah. If you are a spiritual person, you know what I mean about the head of the horse. Yeah. Head of the horse. Gallop, motherfuckers. You're going to be eating the gallop. Get your fucking horses ready. You better all gallop. That's what they're trying to do, make people run. You understand that? The war, and then all this other shit. This bit like, you better start galloping.
Crazy.
You get out from down the street with those damn
Telling you.
hooves on you. What's she doing?
Telling y'all. This don't make no sense. Bro.
No, it's just, you gotta understand, it's a sign. This year is the horse.
No, they're acting like
Last year is
they're
a
acting
snake.
like what they're acting like is Rihanna A$AP Rocky's like a trap. Like, you know,
Like
that's something that
they're
you,
gangsters.
yeah,
Maybe
like
they are.
that's something that really, babe, like, come on. No, seriously, babe, that's really. But you
I hear what you say, it's a joke. You can't tell.
you think that like, you know, and that's crazy because you got to think of this, right? If this is a random person that did that, how many shootings like this that, you know, gangsters, you know, or doing their shit, but it get thrown off by random people that's doing regular shooting just to think somebody else do it, so they can start a war. It's crazy. Like, it's not like they're an old block, or you know what I mean? They're not doing that type of stuff. So how is, like, this is crazy. You can't. Let me show you. People saying this is where they hit. People can't say it's a hit. Okay, a hit like that on a billionaire is not somebody walks up with an AK, with an AR assault rifle, AR-15. A hit is like somebody that comes as your mailman, your gardener, you know, the person that fix your furnace, or something like that. That's what a hit works. You know what I mean? A hit, somebody don't come up unless they, you know what I mean? And then they know you're outside, they come up directly to you. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Analyze you. That's what a hit is. If somebody just randomly shoots up a house, you know what I mean? Warning shots. Yes, definitely. Not a hit. Definitely. And that's a lot of shots. 10 shots is a lot of bullets. A lot of bullets. It's a lot of bullets. 10 shots is a lot of bullets. Yeah. 10 shots is a lot of bullets. There's a lot of, there's a lot of bullets. That's a lot for a warning shot. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot of shots right there. And as I said, I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, the ladies got a problem," or they had issues and they were just a fan that was, that didn't believe in certain things, and she was on because she's on the Epstein files, and somebody went there and shot up her home, and you know what I mean. The person that did it is a survivor. Da 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 da. As I said, I could tell. Crazy thing. I know how this is gonna. I already know this is gonna end up. I already know. Like, I already know. Like, how they gonna start running the story? There's either two ways they can run, and those are one of the stories they can put out there. I'm happy she got caught though, so we can know what's going on. That's insane. That's insane. Pop star like that. Pop star like that. A well-known artist like that. A well-known lady like that. Just got her house shot up like that. You're telling me? You cannot make this up. 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 Why did she do it? She didn't. What did they have in the paper? What did she is in the room where they're like, all right, and she said no. Why did she walk away from it? Because you walk away from a deal. You walk away from a deal, they could still come at you. So if you turn down the bag, like I hear, Cat Williams said, oh, he turned away from he had to turn on a lot of that because, certain situation he didn't want to be in. That's why he didn't take, but he didn't tell you. What he didn't tell you is like, if you turn those bags down too, there could be consequences. Yeah. If you turn on certain, you know what I mean, there could be consequences. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. It's insane. I think she probably said no to somebody, and that's why they try to like mess with her with her makeup line. But I know she said no to something. Whoever it is, like what Negro said, maybe they need to investigate. Maybe they need to investigate the people who are investing in her. Yes, but I don't know. There might be a little bit more to that because I think she said no to somebody and they didn't like it. Yeah, man. It shows you that anybody is not really, even if you got, I always say all the time, people got all the money, you could be a billionaire, but I think once you're a trillionaire, you're good. But I don't think you're safe with a millionaire or a billionaire. Because it seems like the people that are a trillionaire, they don't do nothing. And they might be in some stuff, and that's it. Bill Gates said sorry, and everybody's like, all right. So I'm saying, it's a thing, yo. Yeah. That's crazy. Y'all don't think that is all right, y'all. I'm looking at the same time. But man, Bill Gates said sorry once, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Nobody questioned him. But it just seems like if you're a trillionaire, you're good. You don't got to worry about going anywhere, doing anything. Give someone $1 billion, and then you'll be good. That's it. That's it. You give someone $1 billion, you'll be good. But I think if once you're a trillionaire, you don't get in trouble like the millionaires and billionaires. And I think by her being a woman, with that much money, some people might not like that. How she moves. Remember, they still got Beyonce. Remember, y'all, at one point, Beyonce stuff used to be super good. Nobody said nothing. Nobody asked. You know what I mean? But I said, damn, Beyonce, you just gonna stop doing your own thing and go to cheap ass Levi's? You know what I mean? People was buying, people was paying for your, and there's nothing wrong with Levi's, but I'm just saying that the reason why I said cheap ass Levi's because her stuff was like expensive and they was buying it. So I was like, oh, okay. She made enough money now, and they don't really want her to make money off of her brand like that. They want her now to start promoting something else. Now, people might be still buying, the Beyonce stuff, the perfume, and all that type of stuff. But I haven't seen her in any of her Beyonce commercials as like how she used to be. And I think that's why they kind of mad with Riri because she's still doing her thing. She still got people doing, promoting her thing. She's not doing a Levi's. She's not doing a Chanel. She's doing her stuff. And once you're out here doing your own thing, yeah. You're doing your own thing. And you started, compete with people and you don't want to do stuff for other people. And today business, I guess you got to include everybody in the business. You know what I mean? And that's why, I'll talk about that the next time. I don't want to mention what I'm thinking. But I'm just saying it's crazy that, Beyonce don't even do her own thing no more. That's why I say everybody has to be in line because Beyonce stuff is expensive. Trust me. I know that. I saw people pay like, I don't know, I'm going to say, $500 or more for the cologne or for the perfume, I should say. I thought it was kind of like, all right, you make so much money off that. People are still buying it, even though you make that much money. They're still buying your stuff. But why is you know, you're doing this stuff to leave us? That's why I say, I think they might want Riri to do something else with them besides the makeup, the makeup stuff and all whatever she got going on. I think she might have to do a little bit of, let's do something else. I think she might have to do something else. I don't know what it is. I think she might have to do something else. Maybe she might have to start doing some other, promoting for somebody else. Because that's why if you're doing certain numbers on YouTube, they're gonna allow you can get somebody else and you can call somebody up and say, I'll do this for you, I run this ad all the time. And then they'll allow you to do all that. They'll allow you to run their shit and they'll sponsor you, they'll run your shit up.
Hey, pimp.
Yo, what up, family?
She had made a statement, the alleged gun woman.
Say it again?
The gun woman, the lady that shot up the house, she made a statement.
She was what?
She made a statement.
Okay, say what?
I don't know. I gotta see, bro.
She
I'm
was
listening to it. I'm listening to it now. Hold on, let me see.
a statement.
Yeah, she made a statement. So I'm I'm thinking about it like this now. If
Today?
he already, yes, my G. I
She made
just
a,
was on ticket, bro. I just saw ticket shit, and he said
she made a
on
statement
his
today?
post, yes, my boy, it was an hour, bro. He posted this shit an hour ago. Bro, I'm finna listen to this shit right now. Hold on.
She made a statement and said what? That she didn't do
I'm
the
finna
shooting?
listen to it. I'm finna listen to it.
Yeah, you be insane, dog. You be insane. This shit is crazy. This is insane. And no, and even if she made a statement, someone should have caught on to that.
I gotta come back, bro.
Huh?
You heard me?
Huh?
I said I'm finna listen to it and I'm gonna come back.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah, yeah.
verbatim what was said.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. This shit is like, because I want to know. Did she make that statement after the shooting? She trying to analyze race out Rocky and Riri, or just like what? Is she have what? Is she gonna be like what I said? Somebody that got mental health problems? Shut up. Like what happened? What happened? I want to know. That's why I said I want to know. I want to know what happened. This is crazy. Yo, the government want to protect you. You can have all the money in the world. The government can't protect you in a rich, gated community. Why are you paying these taxes again? Why are you paying these taxes again? They pay like really on them. They pay a high luxury tax. Like the luxury tax is so high, it's ridiculous. I ask them, so why is you paying these high ass luxury tax if you can't be protected? You can't be protected. Sir, what's going on, family? You back? Man, for real, fam. Like they say, a lady make a statement, so we gon' I'm gonna hear in a minute where they make it from. Yep. Y'all know this is what this is all about, money. Money and power. Money and power, family. Money and power. Money and power. Don't forget the power too today. You know, it's about money and power. We know how they move. Money and power. Money and power. They about money and power. Money and power. And I said this to everybody when they came in, it was gonna be all about the rich. If you ain't got no money, then you gonna tax them. Yeah, listen, and not even that too. They wait till. Why would you wait? Like think about it. When everything is supposed to be big, right? And everybody's supposed to have their tax dollar and everything, right? What do? You know, you get your tax money, and you know what's gonna happen by the end of this month. Everything's gonna be expensive, right? Because of the war. There goes your tax dollar that you just got. The tax dollars that you just got is gonna, you know, you're gonna have to be spending it back because everything's gonna be.
Hey,
Yo,
for one, first off, the girl that did it, bro, she pretty as hell. But anyway, on another note, nah, bro, like for real, nah, bro, I had to say that, bro. I might put something on the commissary, dog. Let me stop. Nah, let me stop. Hey, but look, dog, what she was saying was she was like, oh, she felt like it was a force or something coming. Like she was basically calling Rihanna the devil in so many words.
didn't I tell you that they were gonna say
That was
mental health?
gonna, but
Didn't I
look,
tell you? Alright.
if you listen to what she's saying though, bro, and if you take the crazy shit out of it, bro, fuck all that mental health shit, like the words she was using. She was talking about spirits and shit and seeing, you feel me,
Bro, I thought, yo,
like some supernatural shit, but but you know how motherfuckers in the media gonna spin it. They gonna make it seem like you crazy, but in all actuality, that's what they practice. Like, bro, let's go into the whole ecosystem of Hollywood. The name Hollywood. What wood is that? What wood is that? That's the wood they use to make fucking magic wands. So they casting a spell on you from the beginning. Like, come on, bro. They making it look like it ain't nothing, but it really, you feel me? It's just poisonous. It's poisonous from the beginning because it doesn't have any good intentions.
right.
You know, that's why you have guys like Epstein, Jimmy Savile, all these other weird ass white dudes. You feel me? Come on, bro. Like, and then you got the Diddy's, and then you got all these other motherfuckers too. Cause like, let's keep it 100, bro. The industry done turned into a prostitution ring.
I gotta book this appointment.
The industry done turned into a prostitution ring.
7 up. I don't know why people don't understand before fucking. Yeah, the industry is definitely a pissing game. You know
It's a prostitution ring.
Definitely.
And you know who the biggest tricks is?
They
You know who the biggest tricks is? The motherfucking artists.
If they can't pimp you and abuse you, they turn on you, bro.
Nah, it's not even pimping you in your music. They got you pimping in your actions. Because niggas is paying for the pussy. They paying to get with these IG models, turn them out. You feel me? Pass them around to the crew. You feel me? Come on, man.
Right. Yeah, for real though.
Them the big clients. That's the real money. If you pushing P, that's the type of clientele that you want.
Say that again?
If you pushing P, that's the type of clientele that you want.
That's the type of what you want now?
If you're pushing P, listen to what I'm saying. I'm speaking in codes. If you're pushing P,
okay, I hear you.
then that's the clientele you want.
Yeah. yeah. I get what you're saying.
You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying it without saying it. You feel me?
I get what you're saying. I understand, brother. I understand.
Like, that's the game, bro. These niggas sleeping with porn stars. Nigga, come on, bro. You niggas sleeping with porn stars. Nigga, I ain't trying to be like you. Fuck that. I ain't trying to be like y'all. Y'all are contaminated. I'm straight. Condom or no condom, that's nasty. You got that rubbing up against you, I'm straight.
Right? Yeah, it's straight.
Just touching me, you touching me with a trash can, bitch. I don't care how many baths you take, bitch.
Yeah, that is insane. That is insane. I can't lie.
Bitch, your spirit is tainted. That's an unclean spirit. I'm not laying with no unclean spirits. I'm straight, bro. That when shit start happening.
But didn't I tell you that they was gonna say the girl had mental health issues though, bro?
But see, they labeling everything mental health.
Didn't I tell you I was gonna do that, bro?
Bruh, but see, look, the people that's in the know, they're gonna make them seem crazy. They've been doing that. They do that to everybody. Everybody that see through they bullshit, what they say to the media. Crazy, deranged, crazy, deranged, crazy, deranged, crazy, deranged, mental health, crazy, deranged, mental health. Cause it's going against, you feel me?
Yeah.
She was talking about Rihanna was threatening her. So I guess this was supposed to be get back or something. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know who this lady is, but this lady is beautiful. She is pretty. She is pretty. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I could see if it was a mud duck. She got fucking like trophies in the background, books and shit. Like, I don't know who Shawty is, but just like you said, how the fuck she got in that neighborhood? How the fuck she got in that neighborhood? Unless she was somebody in that neighborhood, or she might be a neighbor in that neighborhood, or she might know somebody in that neighborhood that lives in that neighborhood. I don't know. I'm just saying, shit looking spooky out this bitch. I'm just saying, you feel me? You gotta look at shit with your third eye, not your natural eye. Cause the words she was using, like, and then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker, that bit might be something else. That bit might not even. I'm gonna be quiet.
That's insane. They always. Everybody got mental health. That do some.
Everybody, but see, look, everybody got mental health.
And I knew they was gonna do this. I said they gonna have somebody that come up and said they thought, that they just want to do it because there's something like I knew it because you can't connect anything else with these guys. You know what I mean? Doing anything loose. They just stay at home. They just stay at home and go out and take photos and that's it. You know what I mean? They don't like going out.
Hey, but look. I got. Hey, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey, chill.
Go ahead.
Hey, but if Jay-Z in the motherfucking if Jay-Z in the files, do you think Rihanna was at the island?
I wouldn't be surprised that he brought her there.
Do you think ASAP was on the island?
Right. You gotta remember.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking for a friend.
Jay-Z signed Rihanna. Like Jay-Z got Rihanna, but I wouldn't be surprised that he brought her there, and then she might have to do some type of, testify. Cause you remember the Jay-Z thing is coming up. But now what this is gonna do is gonna be like, as I say, her security has to be double down. Even the mailman is getting checked, nigga. I don't care who you is. You see what I'm saying? We gonna have security doing from working from 8 in the morning to all the way back to all the way down 24 hours. Like new security, everybody getting fired. You gotta go. I don't care if you're sorry. You gotta go. I mean, I almost died on your watch. What?
Hey, but what if they don't have security?
What do you mean? What if they don't have security? They have private.
You talking about like the security for the community, or like their own security detail?
Yeah, that's what. No, they should have their own security details. I don't think they should. After this, I will get my own security. Fuck their private security because I'm gonna die underneath their private security. You know what I mean? So I'm getting my. You guys can have your own, but I have my own because I gotta have my own too. It's just like when you gotta have your own. I'm sorry. You
Yeah,
gotta have
I
your
feel
own.
you.
You gotta have your own.
Let me get your autograph. Let me get your autograph.
You gonna be funny as fuck. I think it's a little. No, but for real though, you gotta have your own. You gotta have your own. Because if they allow that security, allow they to get so close to your home, you know what I mean? A couple more bullets, maybe 2 more rounds, they would have got upstairs to her and her kids and her family. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
somebody would have got a stray.
Yeah, like come on, yo,
The
what?
bullets ain't got no address.
So we listen to me, bro. We lock up people. I don't care. I'm see what I. You know why I don't like this mental health thing? I don't have no problem with people with mental health. We know people every day in the hood, everywhere. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter if it's where where black people are. It doesn't matter if it's like where black mixed white, or a trailer.
Everybody crazy in the way.
And listen, it doesn't matter if they're from the trailer, right? If they go out there and they got mental health, you know what the police gonna do to that white person? They're gonna go in there. They're gonna use everything in force if they have a gun, and the first thing they're gonna do is shoot them. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna say, "Oh, he's got mental health, so let me just." After 10 bullets like that, any poor Caucasian or black person, bro, that has mental health, that will come up and say, "Oh, well, I saw alien. The devil told me to do it." They're gonna pop you.
Hey, what happened to the negotiators, bro? Like now they just be shooting shit up. Like they don't even be trying to negotiate with people.
I don't care what nobody says.
They supposed to have the bullhorn out there, like, yeah, man, can you please put the gun down? You feel me? Nah, they pow 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 pow.
Right?
Get down, get down, get down, get down.
Insane. Bro, that girl was known like on some, like, damn, she like 10 rounds, that's a lot. Like, think about it. And for you got mental health and you're not trained to hold an AR-15 like that. And you can make this why she got bail?
Nah, I think she's still in jail. They had did like a composition or like old footage of her speaking about Rihanna.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a little compilation, a little 10-minute thing.
Watch what you put on social media. So if you even go and say, "Oh, this person is that," man, the MK ultra your ass and get you to go commit the crime, bro, because you was already talking all that shit. That you gotta stop.
Oh yeah, that shit real.
Like,
They working on this motherfucker now.
people gotta stop doing all that.
They can't help it because it's all, man. Look, they on TikTok, they on this motherfucker.
People gotta stop doing all that. I'm lying, like,
It's in their music, because they making this crash out R&B now. So
this shit is becoming like crazy. But I knew they was gonna say something like this. I already knew what they was gonna say, that somebody got mental health, somebody that thought, like, I knew they was gonna be in that type of,
they making the community look bad, man.
Yeah, but how? Because they think she a demon?
Nah, the mental health, they making the mental health community look bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got productive people that have mental health, you feel me, problems, you feel me, and they're not doing wild stuff like this.
Because that's what I'm saying. How come the people that I know that have mental health is not doing stuff like this? And we grew up in a lot of neighborhoods where people got issues.
I feel like that's just like they're using that as a scapegoat. Like, oh, she has mental health, we're just gonna brush it off. Nah, why did she do it? Cause she said she was seeing some shit that they didn't see. So it's like, is that reality or is that made up? Because it'll make you question a lot of stuff. on a spiritual level, not on the physical level.
Right.
Because only certain people that's awake, they can see certain stuff. You feel me? Because your third eye gotta be open in order for you to be exposed to certain frequencies
There's
and
some people out there like,
vibrations.
even if she got that type of, she got well messed up. How did she get the address?
That's the part. That's the part. How did we get here? How did we get here?
Not even that. How did she get that close? Because
How did she get in the community?
someone gotta let you in. That's why I said, you see what I'm talking about, Negro?
It seemed like a setup. It seemed like a setup, my G. I ain't even gonna lie. It seems like a setup.
I was Rihanna. I'll get my own private investigator.
Shit, if I was Rihanna, I'd move.
And yeah, move. Get my own private investigator and find out what's going on.
Yeah, we're selling the house immediately.
Right.
We're selling the house immediately, like first quarter. We're moving. I'm out of here. We're not even sleeping in that address no more. We're gone.
But that could have been something like, yeah, get her off the block too, like, you know what I mean? Get her off the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
get out the neighborhood. Come on, man. You lowering the property value type shit.
Right. Yeah, that is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it's just terrible what's going on out here in these streets.
She said Rihanna was trying to kill her, but I'm trying to figure out how is Rihanna trying to kill you unless she's physically trying to kill you.
Right.
And if that's the case, you know what? I ain't even gonna go there.
Why
I'm not even trying to go down this rabbit hole because it's kind of crazy.
would Rihanna try to analyze her? You see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
Like that's some random ass statement.
That's insane. But I already
She
know.
was definitely irate in that second video, in that second clip.
I knew they was gonna go like this. I knew they was gonna say, well, it's somebody that got issues, and they, I knew it was gonna be a story like this. You can't make this up, bro. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. And I never seen the video with the lady that they said,
I just saw it. Bro. That when you see her, you're gonna be like, bro, I can't believe she did this. Look at her. She look better than Rihanna. Like damn, like real shit. Sexy as fuck. Nice titties and all. You feel me?
yeah, I'm not here for that.
I mean, I understand. I'm not saying it for you to look for that. That's just me saying. That's me saying it. Miss TMG, I hope you heard that. I don't want you to, beat me up or beat him up in the process.
She's not here. She's not here.
I'm just saying for future reference. I'm just saying 'cause I know it's on record. I know it's on record.
Yo, look for this evening, That's a crazy people. You know what I mean? Trust me. There's a lot of this majority of females that be doing certain things that be just be doing random strange things and setting up certain, you know what I mean? They're not looking ugly. They're not looking like breakdown. You see what I'm saying?
No,
A lot of them, they're not looking.
they definitely not looking, bro. No.
I don't know what's going on. They just want more. I think some of them just want more. And it's like sometimes when you're trying to get more than what you got and you already got, you know what I mean, where you're supposed to be at your level, and then you try to just, you think you should have more and you should be at this level before you're at this age, or you know what I mean? That's what happened. That's what happened with some of these females. That's why they do some of these things. But I don't know. I would love to know why Riri try to take her out. Why? Did she say it, Ingram?
She ain't say why. She ain't say why. She didn't explain it.
Didn't say why?
Mm-mm.
So,
She didn't explain why she said that. She just said it.
so Rihanna does want to take her out because she's a pretty girl. And what? I don't make no sense. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the girl that they caught. That's insane. I already knew it, yo. I already knew it, chat. I knew that. I knew that they was gonna say something like this. That's insane. That's insane. Just like that. So now when you do that, that's easier for you not to look in. Because then it's like that's like everything is clear. So now you ain't gotta be looking in nothing extra and trying to figure out nothing because you're gonna be like, damn, it's a person with that type of So what are we gonna do? Are we just not everybody that got mental health problems or whatever issues people got is violent and at that type of time. I just think that's the way we paint that picture all the time and just like, really? Always doing this? All the time we don't do this? It's insane. Can't lie. It's insane. They do it all the time. I'm not surprised. So did she say anything about analyzing Rihanna?
Mm-mm.
So how they know it's her that? How they know that? I mean, how they? Oh, that's crazy.
You said because you trying to kill me, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Like type of shit.
What?
Yeah. That's what she was saying in the second clip. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, she was talking.
Oh
She was
my
talking spicy.
God. Listen, they could have did a real one of her and made an AI, bro. You gotta watch how the people that move.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know, like this is
This
insane.
is dangerous. This is dangerously spooky.
Yeah, bro.
It's dangerously spooky out there, bitch.
They got Riri out here trying to like, damn, that's crazy. They try to put in work on Riri, bro. That is insane.
Yeah, Riri might be trying to sacrifice her. We don't know.
Yeah.
Riri might be trying to sacrifice her. You feel me?
No, we're not gonna
Nah,
say that. No. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
no,
Say that.
no. I'm gonna say
Make sure
allegedly
you're
because
not gonna do that, yo. Why are we
all
reading
right, bro.
sacrifice there?
I know, cuz.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop doing that.
All right, bro. I'm
That girl,
sorry.
they wanna know that girl crazy. You know what I mean? And she probably obsessed about something and probably had a dream, of Riri trying to analyze her in her dream or something like that because she thinks about Riri so much. Or, you know what I mean? When you do something, you could be watching a horror movie before you go to your bed, and then you see what I'm saying? You might eat late. You might have some. You see what I'm saying? It happens. I don't know. I don't think Riri was trying to do something to her. Like, is she?
I mean,
Is she a millionaire? Is she what? She got money? Is she rich? She live in the neighborhood, Negro?
I don't know, cuz. I'm just saying she looked like, she looked like she might be established a little bit.
Yeah, but
I don't know who Saudi is really, you feel me? Gonna do some further investigation and figure out a couple of things.
I don't buy that story. As I said, I knew they wasn't gonna come with that. Everybody probably knew. Everybody that they would have a YouTube page, a TikTok, probably knew. Yes, this is what they was gonna say. You know what I mean? Like I guarantee you.
Okay, so if this is the public story, what's really going on?
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And last word, if this is a public story, god damn it, what's really going on? Because it looked like somebody came to either collect or send a message that they wanted something.
Yeah, like I'm saying the same thing too. Like, what's really going on? What's really going on? Clearly, there's something going on.
Something in the water, cause
Right. There's something definitely going on. And they're not saying.
yeah, but it's bigger than it's bigger than what they just said. That can't be it, bro.
There's no reason for. There's no reason for for her I don't care what they want to say for what do you call it? 10 shots with an AR-15 end up in Riri's house like that. That's insane. And she's not the drill rapper. And come on, is Shorty even having a vision or something that Riri's trying to analyze her or get at her? Why would you even pull up there to who gave you a big military gun like that? You see what I'm saying? Why are you walking around with heavy artillery like that?
Yeah, you were trying to do some damage,
Yeah.
trying to knock a big head off your shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy because even if she said, oh, this person did this to me, X, Y, Z, they're not gonna believe her because you know what I mean. You see what I'm saying? Everybody on
Yeah, they already labeled her.
they label her as a person.
Yeah, they labeled her as a crazy lady.
Yeah.
So they already gonna be dismissive.
Exactly. That's why I said that's why you think they always do that. Just in case somebody try to say something crazy. You see what I'm saying? They gonna say, oh, we already know this person. They said that they got mental health issues because the evidence leads to here and all that type of stuff. They gonna do all that. Man. But like what Negro said, that's kind of bad on people because not everybody that got, a little bit of mental health issues, or, you know what I mean? They don't want to be in that type of time. I think more people are trying to keep to themselves or more do whatever that makes them feel good or whatever makes them happy or whatever. You know what I mean? Instead of being out there trying to be thinking. It's crazy. People always hear voices, bro. It's insane. That's what drug gets you on if you're hearing voices.
Hey, Chef,
Yo,
I'm hearing voices. Nah, let me stop.
why do you on you hearing voices? Where did you go before? I'm asking these questions, right? All these people are hearing voices. Where did they go before that? Where's the last place they stopped before they hear these voices?
All right, but look, it ain't even that. If you hearing these voices, what are these voices telling you to do?
Right.
And then when these voices give you those instructions, you don't have the proper intellect to think that stuff through before you act on it.
Bro, it's crazy because these voices, man, they got to be some type of voice that everybody hears. Only because these voices are telling them what type of gun, what type of vest, bulletproof vest they should get when they, because it's not only her. You know what I mean? We're talking about everybody in general that's so far hearing voices. Right? So,
Well, I mean, if you look at the MK Ultra stuff, allegedly, they got ways to to channel thoughts or whatever, or voices, whatever. So
That's insane. That is insane. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, crazy ass voice.
That's so corny. That is. I said that they always. How many times have we seen people stuff happen to people and we hear somebody was hearing voices? That's why they come on. Like
All
this,
the time.
even before me and you was around, born, you probably hear that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like they've been using that. It's crazy. Somebody who's got girl up, you know what I mean?
But look, okay, all right. I got a narrative. I got a narrative. I said, I got an idea.
Yeah.
All right. So remember how I was telling you that they got that little drug that they be selling on the little, that Epstein used to sell, that kidnap a bit, to make a bit like a baby. Basically, you could give them instructions and they gon' feel me. You feel me? What if?
Damn.
I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, what if this is part of that situation?
Right.
One of those situations. And she ain't gonna remember.
That is crazy. That's the type of stuff they be doing, eh? Giving them that drug in. I heard about that, but I didn't know that come from, that dude right there.
Yeah, he was selling it. He was growing the plant.
Dang.
Yeah, that's in the files too. Yeah. Big kidnap drug smuggler. That's how he got all his money on. But he was selling all that, you feel me? All that extra nefarious activity. Pay a price and, you feel me, live out your wildest fantasy type shit. Come to my lawless paradise.
I can't believe it. That they was growing those stuff.
Yeah. Blow that bit right in your nose. Right in your fucking face. And you want to know what hit you.
Damn, yeah. That's insane. That's crazy. That's beyond. Like they grown this shit to keep you like that. Oh man.
And it's untraceable. That's a whole nother, you feel me? Whole nother side to it. They don't know what it is.
That is crazy. That's that's definitely, and I think that's still around. If you can't trace it, if you can't trace that, it's still around. Bro. It don't make no sense why they'll get rid of it. I think it is.
I know it is.
Right.
It ain't just start with him. Cause the people that bought from him probably ended up making their own. And the people he was buying from was making their own too, because they was providing him with the shit. So you feel me? Like, let's be honest about everything.
Crazy. Only a sicko would think of something like that. How to build something, and that's probably addictive shit too. That's probably like the people probably eat that. That's insane. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's crazy. Man, imagine that. Imagine that. They like they grow some shit to control people. That is insane. That is insane. I think that's beyond control, beyond like something, plan. Shit. That's a fuck. It's almost like weed. I guess. And other stuff. Madness. It's just madness. What else madness? Oh, straight up madness. What are you doing? None of the cold water in the fridge. Man. Yeah, yo, man down. I don't think it's man down on Rihanna. Thank God I was doing man down. Yo, too much that going on around me. Too much. Everybody want to see it. Big story, but for somebody within Atlanta, it's probably been bigger story. That's all, today's social media is crazy. Today's social media is wild. It's super wild. Everybody just wants somebody to pass away, blame somebody else, blame that, blame somebody for being part of something. It's crazy. Okay, because you wasn't part of this group, there was a ritual, there was that. People die because certain things that they do. Yes, that I don't believe that too, but I don't believe that so many times. But like people just need to understand. This is why I know this was gonna be like one of them stories where they say, "Oh, this is a mental health issue. This person was crazy." Basically saying, I don't think that a person that has issues is gonna find where Rihanna lives, pulled up at her Beverly Hills mansion, and put 10 bullets in her home. I just think a person with mental health, it's no. Unless we just have people, address. Unless we just advertising people's address. We just advertising people's address out and not letting people know that, hey, you're a celebrity. You're at, people could pull up at your home and take pictures with you. So what's going on here? Why did somebody pull up at this lady's home? I said she could have been upstairs in her home or somewhere in her mansion with her kids. I don't care if this girl got issues. You don't do that type of stuff. You don't do that type of stuff. People like to use that like I knew it. I knew it. This was gonna be this. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Every story. Mental health. It's the mental health. So that person had a problem, had this. They would have voices. They heard that. And, you know, they had a crazy child. They know everything about the person. And it's like almost they was watching them and watching them when they was a kid, you know, a child, and said, hey, this happened to this person at 7, 5 years old. That it's like they're keeping tabs on it. And by the time they just make them tick, I don't know. I don't believe that she find Rihanna's home and did all that by herself. And if she's Googling that, if she's Googling that, and she just apparently just Googled Rihanna's home, that's actually dangerous. And they might want to look into that. You know, if somebody could just, do something like it, it's insane. That's insane to me. I'm sorry, y'all. That is. Yeah. Yeah. That is. That to me is. Yeah. I don't believe this lady just find Riri's house by herself and just pull up and say, blah, blah, blah. You better. You know what I mean? She just having a meltdown of Rihanna trying to analyze her. Like, how you gonna pull up to someone? That's the excuse. That's your excuse. Man, she someone that have issues. Well, the Negro is going crazy over her. But man, it's insane. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Safe. No one's safe. No one's safe. I just want to know how she got in. I get it what they're trying to say. I get it, she have an issue. All right, everybody got problems. You know what I mean? Everybody got problems. But I just want to know how did she get past all the way to them gates and went down there? I don't know. I just think that's kind of weird. You know, I don't really too not too really. I am not. Yeah, I am not. I don't know. Somebody had to give her the address. Somebody had to provide her with some type of information. Now, yes, she has issues, but what they should be doing investigating her is find out, not trying to get her help, yes, but find out, yo, who gave you this information, you know, that's crazy. No, you as a the neighbor, and you're thinking like that. Somebody could think I'm crazy, think I'm evil too, and try to come up and in the community and shoot. Like that's not safe. It's insane. So you're the neighbor, you're like, fuck, all because they thought shoot, that they know the person and it's crazy. And I'm pretty sure they could find out if they know each other, but clearly they don't know each other. There's a lot of people out there like that. It's insane. It's just crazy because remember she had a stalker. They broke in her home. There's always some stuff for her. Someone's always trying to stuff. Someone's always trying to get at her. Someone's always trying to get at her. Someone's always trying to get at her. It's crazy. Never fail. Just trying to figure out like how this lady, yeah, she got issues, but how did she get the info of her address? Like, that's insane. As I said, warning shots, not a hit. Not a hit that gone bad, it was just warning shots. Because if somebody that want to take out somebody, you're not gonna send somebody like that. Trust me. That's just warning shots. Yeah. She just gotta get back in line and do whatever they tell her to do. Or promote whatever they want to promote. Whatever they want. I mean? Don't be surprised if she start doing something new. Or she start doing something else. Now we don't know. We're like, okay, well, why is she doing this? But I'm with Negro. We gonna move. We gonna sell the house. And we gonna move. If I was in their shoes, yeah, we gonna. That's what we gonna do. We gonna sell the house and move. We gonna move. Yeah. I don't get. I said nowhere safe. That can happen to everyone. You get a job. We hear this all the time. At a school, people go back after years of being fired of the job or not working with school and do some crazy stuff. That is insane. I think that's insane. Where where's that person mind at? Like, why, you know, nobody monitoring them and making sure that they, you know, on an everyday basis. I think that should be someone. If somebody's got that was a shift like that, and we'll go off for like even a walk for a second and, you know, for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes at night. And you can't remember stuff in the morning, yeah, you gotta monitor them. You gotta like keep an eye on them closely. You know, a person that was easy like that and think someone's after them in celebrity and that will do something like that, yeah, you gotta pay somebody to make sure that people don't hurt people in society. But I don't know. Gotta make sure somebody don't go out there. Even then, I guess, even you know, I guess even you know, some people can't. Some people I was scared of. Some people trust me, they don't want to stay with people like that. They're scared they might flip on them. They might start acting, you know, going crazy on them. They don't want that. Nobody wants that. To me, it just seems like there was no type of, there's no solution. As I said, we have you know, we have all this stuff. Nobody could create nothing for no power. You know, that could make people, you know, stop. Trust me, they got, you know, a lot of, I'm pretty sure they can stop it. They got, you know, stuff that you could just go to, you know, get, you know, you'll stop having reactions, certain things. Um, but I guess not everybody wants to be on meds, you know, and certain things. I guess, I don't know. They'll have to figure something. It's getting out of hand. And this is that's like 2026. It looks like it's going to be a lot of that. And that's what's going on this side, too. People's mental health is doing crazy stuff. It's just crazy. This is insane. I know right now all female rappers, everybody else, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj is probably saying, holy shit. I'm telling you, you know what? It's not a personal beef. It's just somebody that's, you know, obsessed. So now you don't even know what it looked. So you know, you're like, damn, that happened to her. You know, and you with Nicki Minaj, everybody else is saying out there, damn, who else don't like me? You know, you're going down the line and you're thinking that because you have to think like that. Because there's somebody out there that will do that has mental health issues. My bad to Rihanna. What do you think they're going? I mean, it could happen to any one of those females. And I think this not only saying, yo, you know, I think it's a message for all these females out here, like Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Beyonce, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, all of them, because they got these crazy ass strange on fans and their fans, because you can't be someone hater and say, oh, this person want to do this to me. And you're watching them and you're in their life every time they're on. It doesn't make no sense. But it's crazy ass fans that will go and do this stuff like this. Beyonce has fans like that too. I think she's crazy. I think she's demonic. Not the first time I heard somebody said Rihanna was demonic though. Or she's the devil. Been hearing that ever since they say, ever since she joined the whole Rock Nation thing. I mean, she was a part of JC's But man, no one's safe, yeah. She better start walking to the mailbox with her security and you gotta have security, yo. You gotta have your security. It'll be harder for that woman to do all that if Rihanna had a house, by itself like that. Because you could tell that was some type of setup. Whoever let that lady in and how she got in, then she needs to move out there for real. But I'm still shocked how she got it. Rihanna needs to get up over there for real. Sell that house and move up out of there. She can't switch up the security or get her own, because I'm pretty sure they have private security for that area. But it's just insane. And then for you as an artist, you got to think, especially when you like doing your vlogs, you're on the social media sites and you're talking, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who these trolls you're cussing. You don't know who all that. But everybody does that. So now, you got somebody out there that mad at you. And probably would. You don't even know. Somebody talking crazy underneath a dummy name. That's dangerous, I'm telling you. That's for everybody. That's for everybody. That's for not only for the celebrities, for everybody, for public society. That's crazy. Anybody could flip out. Walk in a public space of a school, a home, and start doing stuff like this. Man. I don't know. It's just crazy. The AR-15 threw me off. Where'd she get that gun from? How'd she learn to use a gun like that? They say she got problems. She got issues. That's the case, though. Society is, you got a lot of people that got problems with a lot of big guns. Like, real talk. A lot of crazy ass guns. Everyone's greedy. I get it. You don't have a criminal record. You don't have a criminal background. But this is why we can't sell a firearm to everybody. Not only criminals or people that commit crime is, we got to see what type of level, they is on. Is they on a level where they think that everybody's a zombie? They're at a level where they think that, they can save everybody, or they're the police. Like, we got to get to levels like that. We got to ask questions. because giving up, the honesty. If that's the case, if they didn't start charging these people that are selling these guns, I got mental health. If you're selling to a person, I got mental health issue, and they come in, a mass shooting, then you should go lock them up. Stop them. That take away their rights from selling firearms. There's too much of that. But as I said, they don't even think about that. And it happened to Rihanna. But that could happen anyway. It could happen in a mall. It could happen just like anywhere. You could be where you're like, all right, you know what? I need to get help. We care about you. We like your ideas. But we gonna work with you more and see what we can do when you go take your mental health. You know what I mean? And that person gets mad and think that you're neglecting them, and they come back. There's an issue. A lot, as I said, it could be anywhere. This could happen to anybody. And that's a lot right now where everybody's going through that stuff. I don't know what will make her do something like that. I don't care why she had mental health, how much time she think that Rihanna was the devil, or whatever. That's old videos they're showing. How did she get the address? How did she get the address of Rihanna? And I went up to her mansion and started pop. It made no sense. Too much foolish stuff goes on around. A lot of stuff goes on. They investigate everything. When a certain thing goes on, like this, the investigation goes on, but it doesn't goes on like, even when a person like a random person that don't have this type of don't have issues, the investigation goes on to a long way. And you might even the neighbor of somebody that you said hi to that day might be a suspect. I'm just saying, like, this is this new thing. I know this is like a new norm. Like, somebody does something. Mental health information is very limited. I give piece of information. Before they release the new information, they release social media videos of what that person was saying and said, oh, leak this and that, the new information. But why wouldn't you guys playing that before and made it public before that person did something like this? You know what I'm saying? All this stuff could be stopped. All this stuff could be stopped. Especially when you're talking about Rihanna. So, if somebody comes out and said they're going to do this to such and such, here, to a community or a certain thing, big ass communities, people going to be on it ASAP. They're going to be on it ASAP Rocky because, first of all, if you say nothing, even if it's a joke, anything about certain communities, starts with a J, they're going to be on you. So I think everything should get looked at like that. If you say something about somebody, and you're threatening somebody and you got problems, you should look at it as a threat because you might get up one day. I don't care what you is. And they should keep a close eye on you before you explode. Nobody got hurt, but the parents and the kids was home. I'm pretty sure Rihanna's kid was home. I'm pretty sure they so thirsty, even though she got shot at. They probably line upside of her house right now. Rihanna couldn't give us something. Happened. You know what I mean? How she gonna know? What she know? She don't know nothing. Baby, I need to stop, man. But I'm happy no one got hurt. And their kids are good. They continue doing, you know what I mean, for a couple stuff, earn a man, and yeah, all they need to do right now is just get married. But yeah, shout out to Riri, though, keep doing her things. And yeah, don't fold. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe.